Episode 537. By the time they got back to Happy Internet Cafe, it was the dead of winter, yet both of them were drenched in sweat from the exertion. Shen Guo stumbled through the door and immediately collapsed into the nearest chair. When he turned back, Ye Shu had also dropped his things, but the man himself was nowhere to be seen.
Huh? Where'd he go?
Shen Guo was still muttering to herself when she heard a sound behind her. She turned to see someone had entered the internet cafe. The glare from the sun outside made it hard to see, so Chen Guo just assumed it was a customer and quickly stood up to greet them. But as soon as he stood up straight and got a clear look, he froze.
What are you doing?
The person who walked in was none other than Ye Shu. But Ye Shu was now dressed in a sharp suit, with a very fine woolen overcoat draped over his bent arm, his elegant demeanor quite dazzling. Hearing Chen Guo speak, Ye Shu was taken aback for a moment, but he quickly replaced it with a polite smile.
Excuse me, is Ye Shu here? Or rather, Ye Chu.
Chen Guo was taken aback. The moment she saw Ye Shu appear in that getup, her first gut instinct was that she'd mistaken him for someone else. But the moment this person opened his mouth, Shen Guo realized with a jolt that she had indeed mistaken him for someone else. There was no doubt about it. This person looked exactly like Ye Shu. They were practically identical. The main differences were in his demeanor and bearing, not to mention his hairstyle and build. Ye Shu slipping out to change clothes and startling Chen Guo was believable. But getting a haircut and a whole new physique in that short a time, absolutely impossible.
Who are you?
Shen Guo felt the question was probably unnecessary. What else could it be, with two people who look almost identical?
I'm his younger brother.
The newcomer introduced himself.
Twins?
Yes. And you are?
Oh, I'm the owner of this internet cafe. Ye Shu is here, yes. He was here just a moment ago. Now?
Ye Shu!
Chen Guo yelled.
The bathroom.
An equally loud reply rang out.
Oh, he's over there.
Chen Guo pointed toward the direction of the internet cafe's restroom.
I'll wait for him.
The visitor gave a nod.
Make yourself at home.
Chen Guo gave a nod. The visitor, however, took a few casual steps before asking.
So, he's using the name Ye Shu here?
That's right.
Chen Guo said, walking over to the drinks cooler. He pulled the door open and showed the contents to the newcomer, asking,
Hesitati, what would you like to drink?
Fanta, apple flavor, thanks.
Chen Guo took down a bottle of Fanta and tossed it over, then casually pulled one out for herself. As she twisted the cap open, she asked,
Hey, what should I call you?
The person on this side, however, was startled by Chen Guo's sudden act of hurling a drink at him. He barely managed to catch it and was still processing the move when Chen Guo's question snapped him back to attention.
My name is Ye Chu.
Oh, so you're Ye Chu?
I always have been.
So he borrowed your name.
Yes, and my ID along with it.
Chen Guo was momentarily stunned, and the conversation lulled. Just then, the faint sound of a toilet flushing came from the bathroom, followed by the sound of a door opening and closing. Then, Ye Shu came shuffling over. The moment he saw Ye Shu standing just a few steps inside the entrance, Ye Shu let out a sound of surprise.
It's for you.
Well, obviously.
Ye Shu gave a nod. Seeing the two of them side by side, Chen Guo could tell the difference. Sure, their facial features were practically identical, but beyond that, they had nothing in common. One was impeccably dressed, while the other had been wearing the same unwashed coat on repeat for 2 months. Due to their different schedules, Chen Guo was the first to notice the stark contrast. One side was meticulously groomed, while the other looked positively travel-worn just from a quick trip out to buy some New Year's goods. And then there was his posture. One side stood ramrod straight, like a javelin, with even the curve of his arm looking deliberate. But the guy who just came out of the restroom, oh, Chen Guo couldn't bear to look. Did this guy even finish pulling up his pants properly? He was walking along, head down and bent over, still trying to straighten the crease in his pants.
Oh, what brings you here?
Chen Guo watched as Ye Chu staggered over, greeting his own brother, who was his complete opposite.
To take you home for the new year.
Who said I was going back?
What are you staying for then?
I've got to work overtime.
Chen Guo immediately noticed another stark difference between the two of them, their manner of speaking. The most infuriating thing about Yi Shu's tone was that air of absolute, unshakable certainty. Chen Guo had to admit that Ye Shu was usually right about things. The problem was he was so damn smug about it that you just wanted to punch him. In contrast, Yi Shu's younger brother was the picture of propriety. He spoke with careful consideration, impeccable manners, and a polite reserve that left no room for offense. Anyone chatting with someone like that would find it a pleasant experience.
Did I introduce her? This one here, she's the boss.
Yi Shu introduced Chen Guo to his younger brother Yi Chu.
She's the one who scheduled me for overtime.
Was it you?
Yi Chu turned a questioning look toward Chen Guo.
He applied for it, and I approve.
Chen Guo wasn't about to take the blame for this. Yi Chu's gaze immediately snapped back to Yi Shu, who offered a helpless look in return.
I'm not going home. It's the same as every year, so why ask why?
It's different this year. You've retired, haven't you? So what are you still doing drifting around out here?
Chen Guo's mind suddenly stirred, recalling the speculation she and Tang Rou had shared that night. Was Ye Chu's retirement really forced by pressure from his family? Isn't that exactly why they're trying to drag him back home the moment he retires?
Retirement doesn't mean anything. You wouldn't understand, you're an outsider.
Even if you come out of retirement, it'll take a year.
Well, you know about that too.
You got nothing to do this year anyway. Might as well head home and take it easy.
I can rest anywhere just the same.
Actually, my dad's health hasn't been good lately.
That's an old joke, I'm telling you.
Alright, fine. It was my mom.
Keep making things up.
Xiao Dian is gone.
It's about time. He's lived long enough.
Chen Guo was finding it hard to listen any longer, but she felt she still needed to get to the bottom of this.
Who's Xiao Dian?
A dog.
Chen Guo suddenly realized that blood really is thicker than water. These two brothers seemed to share a certain fundamental similarity. It would require further observation to pin down exactly what it was. Chen Guo thought to herself, stepping back a couple of paces and settling into the seat behind her. She took a couple of sips of her drink and slipped into serious spectator mode.
Should I record this?
Chen Guo felt the phone in his pocket and even considered it for a moment.
You really should head back now.
Yi Chu kept trying to persuade him. Yi Shu gave a slight smile.
So I go back, and you get to slip out, is that it?
Even the normally upright and impeccably poised Ye Chu seemed to have a ripple of disturbance in his heart. Chen Guo watched as he suddenly lunged forward, closing the distance to Ye Shu in a single stride, and seized Ye Shu by the collar with both hands. Chen Guo straightened up, just in time to hear Ye Chu's angry outburst.
You thieving bastard of a brother. You stole my carefully packed luggage and ran away back then. That was just too much.
I'd say it was more like I caught my little brother's childish attempt to run away from home and, at great personal cost, used myself as a cautionary tale to teach him a lesson, wouldn't you agree?